Cancer, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your mid-August reading. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in, for taking the time out of your busy day, hectic for some of you, or a day of relaxation. Thank you for tuning in and for all of your support. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Cancer today. All right, we're doing a little bit of a different, unique, I'd say unusual reading today. We're going to be pairing different tarot decks with oracle decks, so the message is in tandem, the yin and the yang. We're also going to be taking a beautiful journey at the end with a time traveler oracle deck that's new by Denise Linn. Big fan of her work, but we're going to go to different dimensions. It's been fascinating doing these readings for you. I'm also starting out with a very powerful initial deck called What We've Forgotten. Everything that I'm using today is starred in the description box below if you're curious and you want to use these decks for yourself. Let's get started. Thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Cancer today. All right. Frequencies. Ooh, all right. I'm going to use all of these. Boy, a lot of people are getting this vibration. Wow, you had a lot come out. Okay. Wow. We're going to take them all because we're going to tell the story here of what's going on. Wow, Cancer. Okay. I think we've had like 3 come out for most of the signs, but you've got 6 here. We're going to talk about them, but we won't be too long-winded on these. This is the strongest energies that you are going to be encountering, okay, as you go throughout the rest of the month. So the first 3, we'll go with the first 3. Ooh, beautiful. You're having a lot of downloads the second half of August around remembering your soul journey and raising your vibration. Okay. There's a strong core activation going on, Cancer, in your soul body, in your astral awareness, a remembering and a raising of vibration. Whenever I see this is expanding vibration. Okay. And a remembrance of why you're here on a very deep level. Your soul is speaking very loudly to you about your path. And as you tap into this frequency, you are being called to cleanse yourself so you can experience a higher love and the karmic justice around that. So you have a very strong Libra energy showing up here around cleansing and around activating the higher love within you, the forces of divine wisdom. I'm getting there's a lot of, some of you have been dealing with legal issues, or you are all about fairness when it comes to your expression of love and cleansing some of your beliefs around love at this time. There's a love-centered focus for you, Cancer. And a lot of what's underpinning this is the need to remember the soul and its vibration and how it's making you feel, considering what it will take for you to achieve a higher state of love. And it feels like it has to do with a certain individual that you are working. There's like a resolution, or not even a direct resolution. I'm getting it has a lot more to do with the resolution of the feelings that you've been feeling, coming to terms with them, being honest with yourself about them. Yeah, we'll leave it at that. That's what I'm picking up. Okay. These are so many. I am going to try to have them over here in the corner though, just so I can be in touch with them as the reading progresses, because I think they're going to be important as I go. Yeah. Remembering. It's all about the soul journey, honey. All right. It's all about the soul journey. But there's some sort of fairness around a higher vibration of love going on, and a need to cleanse whatever's standing in the way of that. Some of this might be less about a person and more about loving self. It's something that, we all have to reach those states where once we have self-acceptance, we're willing to operate from a higher frequency. But it's imperative that we have love for self first. All right. To reach those states. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do, which is going to be fun, I'm going to bring the spirit of a lot of animals forward in this tarot deck with Spirit, okay? This is called the Familiar's Way. Every tarot card is coupled with a animal guide. So let's talk about it. I want to go into more about why this big energy is showing up around remembering your soul's journey, holding the vibration of higher love, and it's like you're having to make peace with some sort of truth. Some sort of truth. It's not something new. It's something that's been ongoing. As you embrace changes, it's like you're trying to flow with the rhythm, overcoming fear that fuels our choices sometimes. All right. Yeah, I knew that was going to come flying out. I had a feeling. Oh, nice. Recent past we have majors. Oh, wow. 3 majors. This is a big one. This is a very big reading for you. So, yeah. No wonder, because you are looking right now. This is the overall general energy for the rest of the month. We have the Ace of Somatics, which in her deck is called the Ace of Pentacles. So as you can see here, I want to make sure I point to this. Ladybugs only land on people who believe in good fortune, who believe in good luck. Okay, and the ladybug is about keeping your eyes open for new opportunities for success. And because the other cards are major arcana, this is a very important time period for you to be on the lookout and to be expecting that and to be manifesting that. Because in the recent past, we have the High Priestess with the owl on your shoulder, signaling an invitation to really listen to your intuition, coupled with the zebra, indicating that there's magic flowing in the air through the stripes. That's the zebra medicine in The Magician, which is about magic is on the move here. It's on the rise. You need to be aware of it. You need to expect it. You need to anticipate it, because you are manifesting currently more magic in your life, and you're being so deeply guided by your intuition to do so. And a lot of this, no wonder you've got these big energies of cleansing, fairness. And it feels now more around the self-judgment that you're doing, around either stepping into a new beginning in your career or in a relationship. There's some sort of new endeavor that you're being inspired with right now and in the future, something that's going to take you to new places. But what Spirit is saying and what you don't see coming is judgment needs to be released here. And now we have the butterflies flying around, which is about embracing acceptance as you release the past and any negative beliefs around that. It feels like you're letting go of something that you're cleansing and absolving yourself from, an incident or several domino incidences where that you were either being cast, judgment was being cast upon you, because we have two major indications of you passing judgment on self, others passing judgment on you. And it's something that you've really been deeply learning about, coming back into balance. But overall, when we see these butterflies flying around this man, he's looking at his own mirror image, and he's trying to accept things about himself and about his journey. So that's why you have these beautiful energies of stepping into a higher timeline of love and acceptance, and remembering that no matter what you have gone through, Cancer, it's about your soul's journey and the things that we have to release that aren't going to serve us holding on to. Now, this feels more like beliefs and being hard on oneself. But let's get into now where we're going to take an interesting turn is now I'm going to pair each of these cards with an oracle message of an actual sentence. And I've really been enjoying these. I pulled these out for the Lionsgate Portal All Signs. I want to go into what this ladybug is saying as it lands on your shoulder, signaling that it's time to keep your eyes open, right? For new opportunities, for success. Pursue happiness. Never apologize for what brings you joy. Only you understand where you truly belong and where you can find your safe space. Follow your bliss. So, isn't that beautiful? Isn't that what you think a ladybug would say? Follow your bliss, Cancer. Follow your bliss and you will not go wrong. So that's the energy of the rest of this month, is following your bliss. All right. You might even be seeing lots of ladybugs on your journey in digital content or outside even. Or you might have a special connection with ladybugs. It's really about doing what makes you happy, especially when it comes to where you have a sense of belongingness. Now let's go into the owl and this healer's intuition that you were accessing in the recent past. Very deep, deep major arcana of understanding of oneself and understanding one's soul journey. This is big energy, Cancer. I wouldn't be surprised if you feel like you're ending a cycle right now, or have recently ended a cycle with that ace as the overall general energy. You know, you're in a new energy, but you might still feel the remnants of the past cycle and everything that you had to endure. So this, no wonder. This card is asking, well, what do you want? And that's what you were contemplating in the past. What do I want? That high priestess energy, your intuition was really starting to dig. And this owl is saying, if you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. Don't hold yourself back. Expand your comfort zone. You know, it's true. I remember for a long time, I was very idle. I was doing the same thing day in, day out, and I was scared to take risks. And I started studying other tarot readers, and I'm like, I can do that. I want to do that. But I was so scared to fail, scared to fall flat on my face or look like a fool. You know, most of the time, we avoid starting new things or doing new things that scare us because we do not want to feel humiliated or embarrassed. But what we don't realize is how much we're holding ourselves back. So if you've been doing a fair bit of comparison around starting something new, and you have been looking at other people doing these things with fearlessness, don't ever think that I get up here and I'm not a little bit afraid, all right, of saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. But the more you do something, the less you really care about those things. You just start doing it, and then it becomes more of an act of trust in self. So Spirit is saying that, you know, it's time to get very clear about what you want. And if you have been reacting negatively, your intuition has been speaking to you, saying, well, maybe it's time for me to push myself a little bit. And that's what I did. I had to get out of my comfort zone of not wanting to be afraid of failure and not wanting to, you know, you got to see which voice speaks louder, right? So I think that your soul has been pushing you a bit, Cancer, in the recent past, around not holding yourself back and getting out of that comfort zone, which we do. See, the thing we don't realize is, remember when you were a kid and you're talking about like your first dance, you know, having your first kiss, you know, your first job. You've already done so much already in your life that the former version of you in your youth took those risks. So much fearlessness in that time period of your life. So we get tested again and again as we age around these things. So if you've been thinking about, man, I really should join that club, or, you know, go to that class, or engage in that new workshop, or take that retreat, this is that investment of your time and energy, Ace of Pentacles. And all Spirit is saying is, whatever you invest in, make sure that you're expanding out of your comfort zone, and you're also pursuing your own happiness. Because that's the marrow, right? That's the I wouldn't be where I am today if I didn't look fear in the eye and said, you're not going to own me anymore. Because I don't want to sit and play, you know, like I'm not good enough anymore for whatever it is I want to achieve. And that's the thing. We have to break through these ceilings that we place on ourselves around feelings of unworthiness and lack. Because what I see now is this massive energy of magic coming into your life as you witness this zebra, all right? There is magic moving through the zebra stripes. So let's see what the zebra is saying to you, Cancer. And then, you know, also, now that I've started this channel, you see me taking different risks. See, that's the thing, is you get more confident. And I really encourage anyone who's on a career path where they really are dedicated and they're very committed to the work that they do, just keep doing it. Keep practicing. Whatever your craft is, your work, your art, if you're doing what you love to do, even if it's not monetized at all, but you love to do it, just keep doing it. You know, we all need to be focusing our efforts, our skills, talents, and abilities on the things we love to do. And if you have your day job, but you have something else you love to do after, then just keep doing it, because that's so much joy comes from that. So much joy. All right, what is the zebra saying? Miracles in the dark. Yeah. Cancer, I felt like there was this heavier energy. It's like you're trying to break free of something that's been heavy on your shoulders, weighing you down a bit. Some sort of burden that you're trying to lift off of you. And it's something going on that has been playing on repeat, something that happened to you where I think decisions were made that made you unhappy. It feels like decisions that were out of your control. That's what it feels like. But it's taught you a lot about yourself and about what you want next. Miracles in the dark. So this is what the zebra is saying. In the darkest moments, it's easy to feel lost and alone. When you stay focused on the light, you'll receive blessings beyond your wildest dreams. So you're manifesting your way out of a period of maybe doing shadow work or looking at things from a perspective of loss or lack, and that's okay. I'm telling you, once we accept where we are, it makes the journey so much easier, y'all. It's our resistance to what is that makes us linger longer in an energy. And sometimes you just have to sit in it. And I know it sucks. Listen, we all go into these places, but what's birthed out of it is the beauty. I mean, children are formed in the womb in darkness. And then they come forward and come forth with all of this magic of light. So whatever's been hidden in the dark, maybe even things that you've been feeling that you're not expressing with anyone, Cancer, and you feel alone in that, just know that you're going to break out of this cocoon and you're going to experience new things, okay, with this Ace of Pentacles. Let's see what this butterfly is saying around the release of judgment, okay? Oop. Embracing acceptance, okay? Releasing the past, releasing anything negative that happened, that especially that clouded your perception of your beliefs. I'm feeling like this is you overcoming a period of doubting your worth. And it could have come because of a relationship with someone or a job experience that didn't go well. It feels something along those lines for some of you. Others of you, it could be a number of things. It could be all kinds of things that put us in this place. But it's important because the butterflies are saying the pause is the shift. Your past is now behind you. All you desire is right in front of you. Pause to reconnect with your power and follow the pull of your destiny. And that's what's beautiful that I saw here with the cleansing. It's like you're ridding yourself of negative beliefs, of past stuff. And what happens is sometimes we stay in survival mode and then we start unpacking the trauma. And that's when it starts to be even harder because it's easy to avoid. But once we start going deep within on our healing journey, we are transformed by it. And then we start feeling lighter and lighter and lighter and lighter. And if you've been ingesting content, if your spirit has been guiding you towards these types of messages, you know you're on the right path. The pause is the shift, right? Because you needed this time period to release what needed to be released from your belief system. All right, let's clarify these messages with more tarot. The pursuit of happiness for the ladybug. Luck is on your side, okay? I think you've got a powerful new opportunity coming in the second half of August where things are going to feel easier. The moon, yeah. I feel like there's a lot you're experiencing emotionally. You're feeling a lot of things lately. And some days you're feeling really, really high, and some days you're feeling really, really low. And this is in retrograde energy, so it's pretty normal because we're revisiting past challenges. You could be going through some difficult obstacles and challenges right now when it comes to in your pursuit of happiness. A struggle. What is the struggle, Spirit? Yeah, emotional fulfillment. And sometimes we need that contrast. I mean, if I had stayed content with where I was and it was enough for me, I would never have even done this. But I knew because I had a soul imperative. I do believe that we have designated signposts, designated check-ins, right? on a soul level about the things that we came here to create, experience, and do. And you could be at that check-in, that I'm just getting that when runners stop and they, take their water and they take a minute to just refuel so they can continue on their journey. So if you've been pausing to refuel and letting go of what needs to be let go, shedding those layers, right? And then wondering what's next. You're definitely telling me that in your pursuit of happiness, you're tired of dealing with all these obstacles towards fulfillment. You might feel like you were unnecessarily taken for granted or mistreated in a situation. Yeah, especially around a connection. Because now we have the Lovers, okay? You're going through a hard time in a connection where it hasn't been so easy getting on the same page with this person, Three of Pentacles. There's been a lot of blocks, Two of Swords, in the communication, but you've got powerful movement forward with the Chariot. I think you're trying to establish more independence, and your intuition's been guiding you that it's about your journey right now. You may have had to do a lot of work and given up on some of your own pursuits for the betterment of whatever you're committed to. It's hard to sometimes to follow what you want. And I understand that. I was reading, I don't really follow a lot about like celebrities, but Juliana what's her name? I'm not sure how you pronounce her last name, but she was with Ryan Seacrest for a while. And she was talking about her past and, supporting someone else's journey and putting your needs and wants to the side to help someone else shine. And, she just couldn't do it anymore. She wanted to live her own life. So I don't know why I'm bringing that up, but that might be what some of you are experiencing of, making a lot of sacrifices for your family and putting your needs on the back burner, whether you're caretaking other people or you're raising children and you're not feeling completely fulfilled as an individual because of that. And I understand that. There's a time and a place. So I feel like you got to carve that time out. Okay. Yeah, that Lovers wants to keep coming out. A lot of you have a passionate new beginning in this connection. Some of you are going back and forth about the possibility of this being resolved, but you are in Fool's energy, all right? You're in a brand new beginning with a Six of Cups, all right? So, in a Two of Cups. So, if you're worried about the survival or the ability for this connection to thrive, it's taught you a lot, and you're almost at that, especially during the retrograde where you're hitting up against those patterns. And Spirit, this whole reading is talking about a shift needing to happen here and about you really diving deep into what you really want as far as your fulfillment and how to pursue happiness outside of this, because that will make this connection better. See, these things all collide sometimes. If you're not happy in self, in your own life, no one's going to help compensate for that. No one around you. And you can blame that person, you can blame your circumstances, but at the end of the day, what I'm seeing you do is step up and say, you know what? I'm tired of hiding how I feel, and I'm tired of being in this place of resistance. I have to accept my circumstances, and if I don't like it, I'm going to change it. But you've got a new beginning. You're in a new energy. And I think it's the attitude that shifted around things being hard, especially with an individual that you've been dealing with. Yep, there's that Lovers in the past. So I do see that in the past, your intuition was definitely guided towards this person in a beautiful energy of playfulness, laughter. There were really good memories formed here. It's interesting because usually the way something begins is very magical. And then as time progresses, things start to get unpacked. Then things start to get harder and you're like, oh my God, what have I done? But that's when we have to roll up our sleeves and determine, is it worth it? So let's see, is it worth it? Maybe this person is really making you go deep, right? Now we have the King of Pentacles. Ooh, the Six of Swords. I want to get one more on this Magician. I feel like I don't know why, but I'm getting this feeling that you might feel a bit undermined by someone else's wants and needs around their career. I'm getting this strong undercurrent of putting someone else first because they have more self-importance and it's causing friction. like you got to go with their wants and needs versus your own. And currently you are wanting to move away from an energy that maybe they're a little bit too practical and logical, and you want more emotion out of them. It seems that you're dissatisfied with a connection right now. And the challenges that have come up, they run deep because it started in the beginning like this, where actually they just told me that there's been some sort of role reversal where you may have been in a stronger standing when you met and now, or reverse the roles as you see fit, but there's something that's shifted now where they have more. I'm getting that they have more of this manifestation energy, and there might be some comparison. This could be someone that you work with. It doesn't have to be a connection in love, but with the lovers here, a lot of you, this is a partnership where they're almost like you're watching them grow and succeed, and they're in this beautiful, gorgeous magician energy, and you're just like, I'm kind of like the unsung hero over here, but I'm doing so much to support them. But now I don't really have the means or the time or the energy to devote to myself. But you got to carve that out. So I think what you're trying to do here is you're trying to move past the disappointment around the way things are. So much manifestation energy, but you're up in your head around this and you're trying to go within. It feels like you're trying to let go of some like difficult comparison energy between you and another person. And there's been some disappointments that you're trying to let go of. I don't know if they're trying to just take too much control. That's what it feels like. This is when we start to like have these fixed beliefs about the people that we are engaging with, where Spirit is saying, and that's the thing about partnership. When you're going in and you're making this, you have this beautiful past history with this person. I'm seeing it. Your intuition was guided you to this person. But some of this has to do with being committed to a new beginning for you and staying open to change. It's like you want so much to have your own stability on your own, but it feels elusive to you. And the person that you may be attached to, you're giving a lot of that energy for them and their success when it's really about you. This feels so layered and deep, y'all. I think because all this energy came spilling out, where it's like, look at the fairness of a situation, look at the higher love, look at the truth. This might be very specific for some of you, but this is about don't dim your light for anyone. That's the ultimate message. Don't dim your light for anyone. Okay. What's this pause? Is the shift? Okay, good. I love that. That came flying out. Did you see that? And it came out in reverse. So you are releasing yourself from a situation where you have felt trapped. And you're making a decision. Yeah, wow. Okay, Cancer. I see now. It got to this point where it has become unhealthy for you. Again, dimming the light. Right? I want to get one more. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles. You're turning a new leaf when it comes to the situation where you're like, you know what? I got to make some changes here. I feel like you're pulling away from somebody so you can consider how to invest your energy on you, in your path, and what you want. You may have just been going with their flow. And Cancer, you're a very supportive individual. You're really good at helping other people rise and shine. And I feel like you're now at that point where you're like, well, I want that for myself. And I don't want to, this could be a boss figure. It could be a coworker. It could be a lover. But this is like putting so much energy into supporting someone else that you neglect self and then being dissatisfied and unfulfilled as a result. So I do believe that you're overcoming some really deep emotional obstacles within, and they're all pointing. It's like this big bright neon sign pointing to don't dim your light. Not for anyone. You are meant to live a life of greatness. And if you're the wind beneath someone else's wings, it's beautiful, but for only so long. When you start neglecting your own path, whether you're a caretaker, whether you're doing too much for your boss who's taking advantage of you, or a coworker, or a lover who you are the one that's always making the concessions. Okay, well, I'll go get the kids. I'll make up for your lack, basically. And so you're just saying, I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to be the one that always is left holding the bag. It's all on me kind of vibe. Let's get some advice from Spirit. I feel like you're breaking free from some limitations, especially around these beliefs that you have around overcoming fear. Some of you, has nothing to do with any kind of partnership or relationship. It's you against yourself and trying to break out of your comfort zone so you can expand and grow and manifest things so that you no longer will be sitting in disappointment. And I know this energy so well, y'all, because I was spent years being afraid of taking risks in my life. And I'd already taken risks before when I was younger. But for some reason, the big risks, the ones that usually will help you succeed the most, take the most for you to overcome the fear along with, if that makes sense. So I want you to focus the second half of the month on, if I wasn't afraid, I would do ... There's your star energy. There's your star energy, Cancer. Yep. Wow. I'm telling you, a lot of you, this is about a person, because there's definitely an apology and the love coming back around. For some of you who've had difficulty in a connection, feeling like things are in balance and things are fair, you have someone who's coming in who ultimately your advice here is to focus on the deep love that you have together and that you are each other's wish. Okay. I feel like you're manifesting this shift in the energy of people playing out their wounding and making things harder than they have to be. I feel like there's multiple things going on, but ultimately stay connected and committed to being humble and not holding a grudge and being as forgiving as possible when it comes to this situation. Okay. I don't know if any of what I'm saying is helping, but I do see you breaking free of whether they've been critical or you've been critical, and it's made the road harder. It feels like somebody that, you just want to move past all the crap that's been coming up with this person. And the only way to do that, I think, is for you to really focus on what makes you happy and put those things first. And if they're not listening to that and they're not supporting that, then you've got to really, it's almost like getting through to someone when it comes to being heard. It really takes even designating a time to sit down and airing these things out. And if you can't air them out constructively, find someone like a therapist, a couples therapist who can help you. But I feel like as long as you focus on bringing the love first and you stay humble in that love and I'm getting this. Page of Cups is that energy of apology, of confession, of being open and vulnerable, remembering the love, holding on to your wishes here. It's just, things haven't been easy along the way. But I feel like an important conversation needs to be had around who's doing what and who's putting energy towards what, because someone, I believe, is making another person feel a little stuck. But we're only as stuck as we think we are, y'all. And if you're not saying anything, you need to. Okay? Let's get the Time Traveler's Oracle. Complicated second half of the month. But it's all about focusing on that higher love and cleansing yourself of these negative experiences with someone. Okay? Power. Interesting. Power. Look at that. We're going to go to the dinosaurs in the Jurassic period. 32, breaking down to 5, which is great change. Great changes. 32. Wow. And we mean wow. We traveled back over 150 million years to the age of the dinosaurs, the Jurassic period specifically, and what will be called Wyoming in the U.S. The ground vibrates below our feet from the heavy thuds of a Tyrannosaurus and a Triceratops walking in the distance. Oops, duck. A pterodactylus just flew low over us. I'm not sure they're supposed to be in this part of the world. An 80-ton brachiosaurus gazes our way. We crane our necks up and up and up to see her head 50 feet in the air. Yikes! We feel lucky that she's a vegetarian. Intimidated by the casual power embodied by all these animals, we decide to take cover behind a huge boulder and peer out at the lush green land. Huge conifers, big trees, and large ferns dominate the landscape. The land is alive with the vibrancy of these magnificent creatures and surrounding plant life. Although we know that we are fairly safe as time travelers, we still find ourselves holding our breath when one of these huge creatures comes close. The time traveler's message. True power doesn't need to shout itself from the mountaintops. It is steady and serene, as sure of its own might as a dinosaur. Know that who you are is enough. You are being called upon to claim authority in your life. If you've been giving your power away to someone or something else, told you, that's what it felt like. Pulling this card indicates it's time to take a stand. Step beyond fear and hesitation and find the place within you that is divine and powerful beyond measure. It is safe to claim it now. Bring light to the darkness, which we had that darkness currently. Bring support and love to those who are unfortunate. If there is a situation in your life of which you are unsure, know that by standing in your power, you will succeed. This card can also indicate that it's time to increase your physical power through exercise, yoga, walking, or working out. All right, Cancer. That was a long one. Take care.